I meet lots of interesting people who I want to help, and the best way for me to give back is to quickly share who they're helping professionally and who they wish they could privately or philanthropically help more. And I help you by keeping the interviews short and sweet. People in my circle can pick and choose who to directly and indirectly help with their business or charitable contributions. Who are you helping? Don't forget to subscribe or follow me on YouTube and TikTok so that they start paying me to do more interviews like these. Let's get started. Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Friedenberg, and this is for Who Are You Helping? Today, I'm joined with Michelle. How are you doing today, Michelle?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Definitely my pleasure. And of course, it's great because I've got my favorite audience member with us today. And why is our favorite audience member here today? Well, this is what Who Are You Helping is all about. I interview commercial real estate investors for the most part, like myself. And part of that is for 506B compliance. Okay. We all have to meet each other. We need to spend our 15 minutes finding out appetite for risk and things like that. But sometimes somebody comes into my circle, my environment, whatever you want to call it, your milieu, if you want the French. And I'm like, well, this person, there might be a good fit. I know that we work with similar people, and I want to find out more about what they do and give them a punchy little 8-minute format to do it. So first of all, Michelle, could you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, my name is Michelle Fitzgerald.
First question in Who Are You Helping is always, who do you help professionally? So if you want to start off with that, or if you want to talk about, if you like, walks on sandy beaches or whatever you think
All right.
first.
I got you. I got you. You drive. Okay, here we go. So who am I helping?
Mm-hmm,
I work exclusively with a company out of New York City, a wonderful group of people that build waste and recycling programs for owners and managers of commercial real estate portfolios. So we help people kind of streamline their waste initiative to a centralized place in order to create impact for their entire portfolio.
mm-hmm.
What does that mean? So basically what that means is we're finding creative ways to increase NOI on their properties, building different waste streams and ways to capitalize on certain programs. We are also driving ESG and sustainability initiatives, which I know that is becoming a hot topic in the commercial real estate market.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Helping commercial real estate owners understand usage and cataloging of waste and how to take that information and make sure you're gathering all of the waste points that you need for your sustainability reporting. And then also consolidating that in order to help the property with aesthetics and from a cost perspective, every tenant doesn't need a dumpster on your property. So we are building programs around that, and there is no one size fits all. It's not a box. It is, what is your portfolio and how do we use our skill set to help you drive what you need to drive there?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, that's a beautiful thing. And so one thing that I noticed from your description there, because I find it's a problem with most business owners, is that you always want to DIY, just do it yourself, so that you end up, like keeping more of the profit. But I think what people who make that mistake are doing, instead of working with a company like yours that does this all day, every day, is that you're also losing time. And what that short-sightedness, I got into commercial real estate from the tech side. So I was scaling online businesses before I pivoted, because I was going like, well, why am I giving half of my income away to income tax? It didn't make any sense to me when you could pivot and then focus directly on accumulation of equity in return for your effort. So I'm always looking for things to scale, and it just hits me that these owners, they should be more inclined to add people like you to their team, just so that they can make another acquisition. Like maybe they're noticing it's like, oh, well, I'm involving somebody else. So, maybe it's like more of a balance. I don't get to keep everything that's there, but like that opens up your time to make another acquisition, do a lot more. So that's really awesome. That's who you help professionally.
I love that. I just had one more thing to add. I'm sorry.
Oh, definitely.
And I absolutely love how you pulled that together. That is totally, what we do. We're just a group of experts that basically have conversations with owners and managers and figure out creative ways to make that work for them. Um, and then my particular role with this company is I'm a marketer. So I drive the authentic voice of the people who do the work. And
Mhm.
that's very meaningful to me, meaningful work, and bringing them out and creating awareness around what these programs are that we do and how do we voice them in a way that we are pulling attention rather than pushing for it. And, that's kind of my mission there with them right now.
Great. And so the second question we always go for is who do you wish you could help more? It's pretty clear that, as far as the business owners that are your ideal client, but I'll give you some background of why I asked for who do you wish you could help more. It's because
Mhm.
I'm an internet guy and I keep on, like everywhere I live, I notice campaigns to say shop local. And I understand that you have to support your local economy, but that's not going to do the guy on the internet any good at all. So I'm going like, well, what's another way to choose like which professional you work with? And what occurred to me is if you know their, what do you want to call it? Their secondary motivation, it might be their primary motivation. I guess their secondary benefactors of
Uh-huh.
working with them professionally, then you got more reason to choose one professional over another. So I always ask my guests, who do you wish you could help more? And just keep in mind, that might be professionally, it might be privately. Like I had a guest who has some orphanages in the Philippines or something like that. That's who they wish they could help more. But some of us, we're still at a point in our lives where we're just struggling to spend more time with our families or something like that. So that's why I asked the question. But who in your life do you, or what type of person do you
Yeah.
wish you could help more professionally or otherwise?
So there's so many answers for me for that. So I'll try to keep it
Top
streamlined.
three.
But with work, who do I wish I could help more? So growing up in harsh conditions as a young person, and kind of paving my own way and growing my own story from nothing, I really like to help younger people understand that there are things that are reachable just because you didn't necessarily take a traditional route in life. And I work with a lot of the people that work within my company. Also, I have two grown children, and I work with them a lot on finding their path, finding their passion, their vision, and that just because you're in a certain circumstance doesn't mean that you can't do anything about it. And I love, that's what I'm attracted to about helping people, especially the ones that are not sure that they can or need that type of confidence, because um, I'm the proof. So if I'm the proof, I can say that with conviction that it's possible. And that's not arrogance, it's just confidence because I've done it. And so that is who I enjoy helping. I have another really dear project to my heart. Everybody wants to donate to charities. They want to feel like they make a difference. And unfortunately, you're the internet guys, so you know this, a lot of those funds barely make it to the people that need them.
Yeah.
They run companies that have a mission, and I get it. But I have a village in Uganda that I've been working with for several years, and I work with them directly. So my money and the fundraising that I do for them goes directly to the women in this village and the orphans that they take care of that have dead husbands and people that passed away. So we've done sustainability projects with them where we're hatching chickens so that they have sustainable food sources, and we're getting egg incubators, and we're putting light so that the children can read and study at night. And I wish that I could do more there right now, which is part of a big mission to try to leverage my ability to help people. And that has to do with income. So, I'm funding that by the work that I do in my work, and eventually hope to be able to contribute to that more.
That's absolutely beautiful. That's exactly why I ask those sorts of questions. And this is getting a little bit into the weeds. I remember I did a news story back like 12 years ago or so, where it was about Tiva.org, and that's when I found out that most charities, if 10% of the money from donations goes to the intended recipients, that's considered an efficiently run charity.
Exactly.
And that number there just blew my mind. And I mentioned tiva.org because that was in microloans that go directly. Like, I don't know if like how many people have learned to game that system or whatever, what the current state is. But anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
So that's who you help professionally. That's who you wish you could help more. How can people help you directly? You know, so that would be like the professionally or otherwise. How can people reach out?
By helping me in that perspective, LinkedIn's done a lot for me in helping grow my network and my learning. So I'm not just on LinkedIn to find leads. I'm on there to collaborate with people like yourself and other people that are making moves, that are doing big things. And so I love learning and sharing and growing. I'm not afraid to step out there and mess up or I'm just into the whole learning thing. So value that you can add to me would be from a digital marketing perspective. I'd love to know more. I need to know more. I want to know more all the time. I have a curious mind on how things work. And I've learned a lot from a marketing perspective on that. And then just kind of spreading awareness on the program that I represent that allows me to fuel my income. Which is helping real estate owners and managers and connecting me with those types of people that own assets, that want to look at different creative ways to whether it's monetize or grow an ESG or sustainability initiative or all of the above, in order to put the minds together and figure out how to get it done.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So that is who Michelle Fitzgerald is. That's who she helps professionally. That's who she wishes she could help more, and how to reach out to her. But Michelle, did you know that if the person in the audience there clicks the big ugly red button under my left hand, then that helps me?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did, because you're a marketer. Of course you know this, and it's totally free. So I got to tell you the truth. I really hate that red button. I think it's ugly, and I think it should be out of all of our lives. So just click on it. It's free. It costs you nothing, and it's got a magical power, okay? If enough people click on it, YouTube starts to pay for these videos instead of me. How cool is that, right? Costs you nothing. It might mean that my videos show up on your list of suggestions. So if you really hate my guts, maybe not, but please click the button. But that's all it takes. You've done me an enormous favor, just like Michelle. You've done me an enormous favor by joining me today. Thank you so much. This has been great.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Awesome. Thanks.
I just want to tell you, because I've actually seen your website, Real Estate is a Scam, before, and I loved it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I think it's really so spot on. There's good stuff, bad stuff in every industry.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. For Dan the Man.
And thank you. Turn that subscribe button from red like his beard to gray like his beard will be.
So I met Dan through some networking groups for real estate investing. He's a great guy from what I know about him. He's very ambitious, and he makes it easy to come on with his questions and has a great setup. It's easy, it's clear, concise, and I'd recommend going on his interviews for anyone that's considering it.
It was unlike anything I've ever experienced. It was super fun. The process was so easy, a caveman can do it. I mean, if you guys haven't done it yet, you guys need to get on his calendar. Just take 15 minutes of your time, get exposure, find out who Dan is, what he's about. He's a true trifecta. And if you don't know who he is, get in touch with him. Google his name, find him on LinkedIn, do whatever you can, just reach out to him.
So I really appreciate the format. Like I've told you a couple times before, I think it's really great because me personally, I'm very long-winded. I have to purposefully make things more concise, but the way I take things in is I definitely prefer things to be concise and straight to the point and concentrated. And the chance encounters really do that great for individuals. So you can get a good grasp on who they are, what do they do, why do they do it, what space do they operate in. That's why I love chance